Sweet home Alabama. Little ASMR. You really love that, or you hate that so much? Today we talked about people pleasing, and today we're going to talk about the practical steps on how to stop being a people pleaser. And we're really just going to get straight into it. I love you guys, and I'm so excited that you came back to watch this one. Truly, I've had so much fun doing this Valentine's Day series and just chatting with you guys. So, yes, but without further ado, we're going to get into it. Right off the bat, if you're a people pleaser, one way to stop people pleasing is having self awareness. You need to just start paying attention to your thoughts and your feelings and what behaviors, what conversations, what interactions kind of bring about the urge to people please. And I'm going to be a little vulnerable with y'all. I know for me, I tend to people please in the relationships that are the closest to me, which is weird and insane, but I just never want to lose someone that I love. So sometimes I can tend to people please in those relationships when in reality it's no, these people actually, they've seen the real me and they love me for me, so I don't need to people please. That self-awareness. You also need to check your intentions before you agree to do something with someone else. Check yourself, check your heart posture, check to see if you're doing that in search of approval or wanting to avoid conflict. Definitely check to see if that's why you're doing something. I think sometimes people pleasers can get caught up in wanting to be the person to show someone care and show someone love, maybe because they understand. A lot of people pleasers deal with fear of rejection. The cat's been out of the bag with that one. But I think with understanding that, you also never want someone else to feel that way. So in turn, you people please. When it's no, that's not good either. That's not going to work. It's not going to work in your favor. But yes, when you are able to identify the motivators, you're actually able to address the underlying issues and to be able to pinpoint, okay, wait, right now I think I'm going to be rejected by this person. That's why I feel the urge to people please. And then once you get to that, you've identified the things that are making you want to people please, the indicators in your relationships, then actually challenge those negative thoughts in your mind. Challenge those beliefs that, okay, if I don't respond in this way, if I don't respond in the way that they want, then I'm going to be rejected. And I'm going to be real. Sometimes they might reject you. And that is okay. That is an indicator of what relationship you should have with that person. You can't please everyone. So that's just not, it's not practical. And I think that more often than not, though, you'll be surprised by how people respond when you're your authentic self. So we're going to get around to setting boundaries. Ooh. It's okay to say no. Learn to say no. Learn to live in that discomfort of saying no. That way your yeses can be yes and your nos can actually truly be no. You don't have to feel bad about saying no. You're not superhuman. Self-care and truly caring for others. Now, when it comes to self-care, the whole self-care scene, I think, it is important to have the rose petals and the face mask and all that stuff. I do all of those things. It is beautiful. But taking care of yourself is also if you know you have goals that you're working towards, wake up at a certain time to get those things done. Turn off the television for a week or for a day because you know you want to get this executed and this done. Meal prep. Do the work to take care of yourself in those ways. Is shape your life. Is basically shaping your life for the life that you want and shaping your life to care for yourself. And the Bible talks about, love others as you would yourself. And if you love yourself terribly, you're always going to be loving other people in a perverted version of that. It's not going to be good because you're not loving yourself well. And love isn't always fluffy. Love is sharpening. So I think that that's one thing that people pleasers really have to get comfortable with, is the aspect of sharpening love, and that's okay, and to also be able to do that with yourself. Tough love, and that's okay. That's still love. It's still love. It's all love. It's all love, man. It's all love. So challenge this perfectionism. We got to challenge this thing. Okay? We got to challenge it. Let go of the need to be perfect or meet unrealistic expectations. Embrace your flaws and imperfections as part of what makes you you. And what makes you you is like literally so unique and so valuable. There's no other you that exists on this earth. Who freaking cares if like other people think that that's weird? Like, you may think that I'm weird for being me, but I think that it's weird that you're not being you. You don't always have to position yourself to be absolutely perfect in someone's life. Like, sometimes it's really as simple as someone just doesn't see your value. Like, it's really just that simple. Sometimes some people just don't see your value. And I think that, like, we've made that a lot bigger than what it needs to be. Like, not everyone's supposed to see your value. I don't think everyone's going to see your value. And that's okay. Because everyone isn't meant to be your best friend. Everyone isn't meant to be close to you. Everyone isn't meant to be, etc., etc. So if 1,000,001 people saw your value and they all wanted to be your best friend, like, yeah, that may be validating, and yeah, they may feel good for like 2.5 seconds, but you don't have the capacity to care for 1,000,000 people individually, like as your actual friend in real life, as you would like the 3 people that value you like so much. So I think that like the way that God has orchestrated our lives is very intentional, and that the people that flock to us, the people that love us deeply, are truly meant to for the path that we have here on this earth. Also, practicing assertiveness. Developing assertiveness is necessary because you have to express your feelings and your thoughts. You have to express them because people aren't going to know unless you speak up and say something. And if your actions are showing one thing, but how you're truly feeling is showing another, people are definitely not going to know. They're going to be extremely confused. So we can't be passive with ourselves. Like our homes. Remember what I talked about in the last video. This is your home. You cannot be passive with your home if someone's coming in to disrupt it and tear it up. No. No. We have to be assertive. Okay? Yeah. To kind of practice this is to visualize like successful moments of assertion. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a deep thinker. I am truly a deep thinker. Like, I can think about 1,000,000 things in like 2 seconds. Like, it just keeps going off, going on, going off, going on. So just visualizing, even having like conversations with someone, and like, okay, this is me being assertive in this way. I'm just being assertive, not aggressive, not passive, but assertive. And people will take assertiveness as aggression sometimes. And you have to just let people take you how they take you. Okay? You just gotta let it go. It's not every situation is going to come out perfectly. And obviously that's the ideal world for a people pleaser, because people pleasing is also a form of control and low key manipulation. And this one is like one of my favorite things, and something that I have thought about, and I'm gonna be more intentional about like journaling, just so I can like see it physically. Learning from your experiences. So it's important to reflect on your experiences, see how you've like engaged in being like a people pleaser. And for me, I just would love to like journal that all down. And I would even encourage you guys to like journal maybe a few instances on, okay, this is how I people please with this friendship, with this relationship, with my parents, with my siblings, like literally any relationship. And this is how it made me feel. This is what I would want to do differently. Like, this is a way that I can do it differently. And that sounds so superfluous. Like, it sounds unnecessary and tedious. But I promise you that it could be very enriching for yourself and a great way to kind of truly get to know yourself a little bit better. Just pinpoint those areas that just need to heal and also need to grow. And dude, literally start celebrating yourself. Start celebrating your authenticity. Start celebrating yourself, because like you're awesome. Like, literally forget about everybody else. Forget about all of the people that you're like, oh, I people please here. Forget about all of them. you at your core are like absolutely amazing. And I'm not just saying that. Like, I actually truly believe it, because I see just so much in everyone. And I think that you can probably relate to that. Like, you could probably see good in so many people. So, my hope and my prayer is that you just see that good in yourself and allow confidence to really just be built and like flow from that. Like, you're literally awesome. And I think that just how we can project things onto other people, and I know sometimes we talk about projecting negative things onto other people. I think sometimes we can project those good qualities that we have onto other people, and we want them to meet those, and we want them to be there. And the reality is it's not. That's not them. So I think even in that way, like, people pleasers have to stop projecting their own desires, their own qualities, their own aspects of goodness onto other people, and truly just see like people for who they are and not for who you want them to be, or the potential that you see them having in your life, in general. And I really just like want you to recognize that you cannot please everyone. Like, you really cannot please everyone, and it's almost like frustrating when you feel like you have a lot of capacity, or you feel like you have a lot of care, you feel like you have a lot of love. But the thing is, some people are just going to think the worst of you. Like, it just literally is what it is. Like, that's just the truth. And that's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. But you just have to be okay with like allowing people to take you how they take you. Like, genuinely. Like, that's really it. Because it's not your job to carry the weight of someone else's emotions, guys, okay? It's not your job. It's not your job. It's important to seek like support in this. And outside of therapy, I would love to say like family members, friends that will encourage you out of people pleasing. Like, having someone that you can call. Shoot, you can even message me. Honestly, you can message me. You can DM me on Instagram. My name is I am Jaya Tucker on Instagram. Not even like self promotion or plug, because I high key have dealt with this too, sis. And bro, like, I get it. So you can message me, but I would so encourage you to like talk to your friends about it, talk to your family about it, talk to your siblings about it, so they can like rally you and congratulate you when you're not being passive, like when you're not people pleasing, and like, hey, like, I know this sucked or in the moment, but like, this is great for you in the long run. I also really quickly just wanted to prepare you guys for some of the negative implications that can come with walking in your authentic self in this way. Like, the reality is that people do benefit from you people pleasing. Like, it's not just gonna be like, hey, okay, I'm done people pleasing. Woo, everybody's throwing a party. That's not realistic. Like, every response isn't gonna be positive, and people, depending on how much you people please, people may be dealing with a completely different human being. And like, I just want to encourage you guys, even in that time, if people don't stick around, if like some people leave your life, like, that's okay. Like, God will truly always send you the people that need to be around you, and God will always truly like just put things in your path and on your path for you and for the things that you actually truly desire. Lastly, I really just want to say, patient with yourself. Just like Rome was not built in a day, it may not take a day to tear it down. So just be really patient with yourself. Be very kind with yourself and gentle with yourself. And remember to challenge these things, challenge these negative emotions that say, well, if you don't people please, if you don't do this, they're not going to da da da. Challenge them. Like, just, we don't have to listen to it. Challenge it. See what the outcome is. And I promise you, the less that you people please, the less that you try to control, less that you try to manipulate these situations, because that's really what it is, the closer you're going to be to becoming the person that you would want to be and that you desire to be, as well as being with the people that you want to be around and the people that you desire to be around. So, happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys so freaking much. Like, honestly, it's actually been a little hectic, like recording these videos every single day and editing them. But I genuinely really like it. I love this so, so much. Sorry if y'all hear that in the background, but happy Valentine's Day. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.